Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. I am sharing a cute little set I got from LDRS. It has some stencils, but it has these little Dip'n'Dab Ink Pouncers. I have not tried these before. I saw them on, I think they had a craft day or something, and I happened to see these, and so I wanted to try them out. So I'm going to make a quick little card. So it had 8 of these little pouncers. They're these little foam, kind of ball-shaped inking tools, and so I'm going to use them with some distress ink here. It came with 3 stencils, and they're all labeled, so there's 1, 2, 3, so you can clearly see. And then I'm just kind of picking out my color palette here. I'm going to use Kitsch Flamingo, picked raspberry. I'm going to bring in Twisted Citron, and then I'll add some Mowed Lawn and Evergreen Bough as well. So I've got a piece of smooth Bristol cardstock that I'm going to use for the ink blending part of this, and so I'm just going to use some mint tape. I'm going to tape this down and add this to my little board, and then I'll start with the pouncing. So right out of the gate, it's very easy to hold, and then I thought I'm just looking at the foam thing, just seeing how the ink goes into the tool, and you can see it's absorbing it nicely. Get some good coverage. So I'm pouncing, and then if you want a little extra oomph, so to speak, color, I'm just going to push a little bit more. So you'll see I'm pouncing and kind of dabbing a little bit more, hence the dab, I guess, of the name. So it's just a fun way to do it, and I really liked it. Sometimes when I use some different tools, it can be a little bit challenging, but I thought this came on very, very well, worked very easily. And so I'm going to switch my color here. I've got the Evergreen Bough that I'm going to use. They're kind of this little trio of flowers or little leaves, I guess. So I can have a little contrast on my card. And if you want a little bit more coverage, you just kind of smush a little bit more on there. And I got some really good coverage. So I like that you can control how much ink that you put in there based on the amount of pressure that you add, but very easy to use, and seems like a very high quality product. So I had a little oopsie here where I didn't mask off a little bit of my color, so I'm going to bring that first stencil back in here, and hopefully I can add some more of that pink in there and work out that little color mistake. So I'm going to add my tape this time, and then I'm going to add the pouncer back in and add a little bit more ink. And hopefully with this distress ink, I can kind of blend that out so it's not quite as noticeable, and I won't have to start over. I can always try and salvage it, right? Or put a strategically placed sentiment or a gemstone or something like that. You know, I've had to do that over the years for sure. When you make an accident and you don't feel like doing it again, use the strategically placed embellishments. All right, here's the second stencil. There's some more of these little leaves, so I'm just using my Evergreen Bough to add a little bit more color. And again, I really like how you can control the coverage. You can kind of turn it on its side if you want to for less ink, or use the heart of it, the center of it, to really push down and get a lot more ink coverage. So you can kind of control the blending of it if you want to have a really darker, bottom of the flower, and then kind of lighten it up, you can. So you have a lot of control on that. And so I'm just pouncing on here, and I'm doing a little twisting as well to get all the coverage that I want. So very, very cute. And this stencil background is beautiful. And this is the picked raspberry, again using distress inks, which I love for ink blending, and it works great on Bristol smooth cardstock. That's my preferred cardstock to ink blend. I know there are lots of products out there, but I have been using it now for years and really, really enjoy it. But you need the smooth, not the vellum. The vellum has kind of a tooth to it, and it won't blend as well. So you want smooth cardstock. All right. So I'm using another pouncer here to add some color of the Twisted Citron, a really pretty bright light green in the Distress palette. And I'm just kind of twisting a little bit on here because this is a very fine line, and so I want to get all of the ink in there. But really, really easy to use and great coverage. And now I'm going to take a little bit of Mowed Lawn and just kind of run that over there. I'm actually kind of swiping it on this part just because there's a good bit of ink on there, and I don't even need to put hardly any pressure because it's absorbed nicely into it. But I kind of turned it on its side, so I can control where I want to put that as well. And then I noticed at the end of the video that I could turn this top upside down, and then I could see my colors. So when I'm working, I can just open them up and flip them upside down, and then I've got all the colors right there in front of me. Okay, so I've got my background done. This Celebrate Word die is also from LDRS. This is a birthday wishes set that also I think was just released over at HSN that I picked up, that had a couple of word dies in it. It's got some balloons and some fun birthday sentiments and things. So I'm going to be working with that soon. I cannot wait to try that out because I saw some beautiful samples that motivated me to purchase it. So very, very cute. All right, so I'm adding this to some pink cardstock, a light pink cardstock, and then I'm going to add this onto a green A2 sized card base to finish this off. And I decided to put the Celebrate. I knew I wanted to make it in pink. I was going to do the shadow in green, but I felt like it kind of overpowered the card, and I really want this background to be the star, to honestly be the focal point. It's so beautiful. And so I decided to add it to a piece of white so at least I could pop it up and you could see it, but it wouldn't overpower my card. I'm going to finish this off with a little trio. I've got these little pretty tiny gemstones, and I'm just going to add those to the front. So that's today's share. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think if you've got these pouncers or have tried them before. And thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.